Hello there on Vogel, USA. I was going to do this live, but we're in the middle of Indiana. We don't have good internet or whatever. So I just wanted to let you guys know that, and this is no reflection on anybody, because I know everybody has things and hoops and things that they have to jump through when they get away for a little while. But I wanted you, since this is a farm channel, I wanted you to know Mike and I sat here because we have a 2-hour drive, and we went through everything that we had to do this morning. We wanted to leave around 10. We didn't get out of here till around 12. And this is what our morning was. And I wrote it all down, so I'm just going to read it because I think it's quite hilarious. Now I do. Okay, well, Mike is up at 7. He did the feeding. I'm reading it all off here, so. Okay. Mike's up at 7. He did the feeding. He went to the river bottom to water the cows, but not before he filled the bad tires on the Kubota, because they're always going flat. And then Jim and Mike moved a cow from the horse barn to the big field after running her into the chute to give her a shot because she hurt her foot last week, and we wormed her as well. And then they rounded up another cow and they ran her through the chute, gave her, wormed her, and put her out with the other ones. Then they unhooked our enclosed trailer and they put it away. The reason they did that was so that they could take the truck over to the home farm and hook up the grinder to it. So then Jim takes the grinder into town to get a bulk supplement load. Mike is cleaning out a huge cooler. He got ice jugs from his big garage freezer, which he had to walk all the way over there too. He picked 8 dozens of ears of corn, very good, might I say, and put it into the cooler. And then he ran it into town to our daughter and son-in-law's house, where they are letting us put a help-yourself corn stand sort of thing up. Then Jim's grinding. Mike's kind of winding down. You know, he's thinking maybe he can start getting ready, okay? So Jim is grinding the feed when Mike all of a sudden goes, "Oh," and I'm not going to tell you what he said. And then he realized that he had forgotten to tell Jim to put bicarb in it, into the feed that he's grinding. So that helps him not to bloat. Anyway, so Jim stops grinding. He gets in his own truck and heads to the feed mill to get some bicarb. Okay, and then in the meantime, I have been up since about 8. I've made the bed, and I finished picking up and cleaned up the kitchen, which was no easy feat because it had been a disaster from me being on the run for 3 weeks with a bluegrass festival, fair week, and the Vogel Campout. The floor is still not clean, but at least all the dishes are done. I made food for us to eat to save money because we are not taking our camper because there's no electricity. So we're staying in a motel. But the 2 motels that I called were booked. So finally, when I got the 3rd motel and they said they were available, I said I'll take it, but it was $170. So I decided we're going to make meals so we can save some money. Okay, now I'm trying to use up our garden produce. So I made 2 salads, I cut up cheese, cleaned grapes, cut up tomatoes, cucumbers. I made my yogurt blueberry lunch thing, and 2 peanut butter and jelly, yes, radish sandwiches for Michael. Then I packed water and tea, put the big blanket and the Lysol and the pillow in a bag because I cannot stand hotel cooties. Yes, I'm one of those. Had to go to the garage to get my lawn chair because I want to sit and be comfortable. A rolling cooler because we have to walk a ways, and 2 freezer cooler things to put in. Hopefully all of our food can stay cold because it's really hot today. So then we packed up the car. Yay! We're heading out as we go through our verbal checklist. Mike's breathing machine, check. Phone cords, check. Cash, check. Medicine. No! We forgot our medicine! You know, we're getting old. Anyway, so we go back and we get meds for both of us. And a bonus, my ball cap that I had laid on the picnic table when I was loading up the car, and I'm so glad I got that because I really need that. It's the only thing that I can look nice at because my hair is really gets messy. Okay, so anyway, then we take off again. So we get a little bit farther, and I realize I've left my purse. It's not in the bag that I keep in the car, and then I zip it up and keep my purse inside of it, so I just take it out or whatever. Nope, it's back at home. I said, do we really need it though? You've got the cash, you've got the money. No, we better go back and get your purse. It's got your license and everything. We better go. So we head back. This is like maybe 3 miles out. And we head back and we go to get my purse. We pull in, I got my purse, I got back in the car. I think we're finally on our way. And we both kind of look at each other with a slight, ridiculous smile that comes across our face. Like, this is ridiculous. It's like, whew, is this all worth it for an afternoon of bluegrass and time away? Well, it is worth it because we farm with livestock, as you know, and with livestock, you can't get away. You have to feed the animals. You always have to feed the animals. It's not even feeding them. It's looking after them. Honestly, looking at their rear ends, every one of them, every day when it's calving season, and checking and visually with their udders and different stuff, and seeing if somebody's limping, and just so many things that you just don't feel comfortable just somebody coming in and doing. So you feel like you have to be there. And that's the bummer. So what we have decided that we will never retire is that we take little trips. And they're kind of a hassle, but sometimes they're 2 or 3 days, but they're getting us away. So with that said, Michael, is there anything you have to say?
No.
He's real full of joy. Anyway, so we're about an hour from our destination, and I hope you enjoyed this ridiculous little rant of what it takes us farmers to, just got some motorcycles going by, to get away. So y'all take care, and maybe I'll show you some bluegrass after a bit. Bye bye from Vogel, USA.